Oh. It's the children's allowance book. You take good care of it, mind. You get it in the post office at the end of every month, you understand?
Aye.
Do you understand, brother?
I understand.
Aye, well, I had it already this month, so... Well, there's a bit to be going on with. You want to get in touch with me, find me through Flanagan's. Katie. Oh, I'm relying on you to look after the little ones and take care of Mary when her time comes. And you're not to worry about your mammy. She'll be up and about with the first flowers of spring, never fear. She's just a bit tired having a little child and all, huh?
You coming or not, Jim?
Right. And nobody is to worry about Anton. Summer will be gone before you know it, and I'll be back with a bankroll, the like of which you never seen, and we'll have a luxurious winter. But you have to stay where you are. If the law or the corporation try to shift you, is there not to move? You got that, Katie?
Yeah.
Good luck, Jim.
Are you coming with me? Katie.
All right, come on, there's no point in us waiting here. We'll want it at home. Come on. Come on, Willis. Glenn! I want you for a minute. Cough any better?
A little bit.
I'm going into town for some things. Nan, look after you and the baby. Is that all right?
All right.
Give him that if you cry. I won't be long. Morning, Katie. Morning.
Morning, Katie. How's the ma'am? Yeah, give it some there.
Good child.
Yeah, she's always on the go.
Gonna work on any estate? I have to. I need the money. It's near time you part some of the dole money to you.
That's the man's money.
And the children's allowance as well.
I know nothing about that. You're doing all right. Big Jim will send you something over soon enough.
It's a month now since Big Jim left and we hadn't anything since. It's the children's money. Don't matter, you can bring our baby along with you.
Grand. Thanks.
I'm going for some cough mixture from Mammy.
Can you spare a little something, missus? My little child is dying of the hunger. I've no money to buy it milk.
That's grand.
My husband, God bless, is sick in the hospital.
Not today.
I don't care about myself, but it's the children. Can you spare a little bit of change in the name of God?
Here you are.
In the name of God.
What do you want?
I want that money.
What money? That's money. That's my money. Do you hear me? Now, I don't want you coming around here anymore. Are you listening to me? If I see you around here anymore, I'll go and give you a smack. Now, go off! Now, go off when you're told.
He's a bright lad, that Michael. Steal the cross off an ass's back, that one. It's a lazy life for the men, all right. Still, travelling is heaven and earth compared to it being settled. You've no worries for rent, electric, or any of that. If you're settled, all the money goes on the house. But on the road, all the money goes for yourself. It's a better use for money.
Wasting money on newspapers now, is it? Suppose you were sitting in the pub, buying papers, letting on you could read.
Much money did you get today?
Nothing. I didn't go out. Where's the sense in going out? All the travellers are up in the city now. Hardly one left in the country at all. All up here in accounts are signing on to this dole. Anyways, I'm not well.
Yeah. You'll be all right when you've the child to take round with you. Get a few regular houses, like any ward.
No! No! Stop it! Stop it, would you? I get a child at least!
Come on, woman. This is your husband.
Yeah, it is a shame, you know. The family splitting up like that when Big Jim went off with your mammy. I knew Big Jim's daddy, you know. He was the finest baby maker in all Galway, so he was.
Marriage is made in pubs. They're never any good.
So this one wasn't even made in the pub?
You've had nothing since your dad left in.
Kevin has it all.
You must see the corporation, then.
I was told to keep clear from them, Daddy said.
You have the little ones to think of. There was this young fella once. Very nice young fella. Social fella, you know.
Oh.
Has this big place in the city. Was a great help to Lizzie Casey, he was.
on, out. Come on, outside.
I want to see them fellas upstairs.
You can't do that.
Look, you don't understand.
I do understand. But you don't seem to understand it.
No, gentlemen, please. Look, Sean, we all appreciate your sincerity and we have the highest respect for your qualifications. But you just can't solve the problem of itinerants, travellers, in isolation. There's a million other people in the city who have to be considered, who have a demand of the public purse and whose needs are not going to be met by any sociological thesis, whether it's yours or anybody else's. Now, of course, we all need more day centre, we need a lot of everything, but what we have to face is the reality of today. Travellers are an anachronism in a metropolis in 1979. Now, of course, George doesn't mean that we want to physically force them to move on. But eventually they have to settle down, whether they like it or not, or whether we like it or not. They have to get off the roadside into proper housing, where they can have proper schooling, etc., etc. Now, surely our job must be to expedite that as painlessly as possible.
Well, I'm not sure I agree.
I'm not sure I agree either. Remember that fellow we gave the house to in Bat Farm? Chained his caravan to the drain outside, tethered his horse to the banisters, and come the winter, burnt every bit of wood in the house to keep the fire burning.
So where did he have to tie his horse?
Yes, well, all right, gentlemen, I think we better make a start on the agenda. Now, we've managed to settle the Collins in at that place already.
I'm terribly sorry. I'm sorry, I tried to stop.
And what can we do for you, young lady?
You know what you can do for me. I've no money, Kevin have all the money gone off drink and I've no food. That child got nothing to eat since early today. And my mummy's very ill and my daddy's in England. You, can any of you give me anything? Can't you do anything? Can you? I think you know as well as any yous. But yous better get money from me some way.
We're going on no sight. I'm waiting here for my man. Katie look after us. We'll be our own boss.
I'm sure she will, Mrs. Collins. Come on, Katie. She needs a doctor, you know.
I know.
You know that, don't you?
I'm going on no corporation site.
Come on over here. She's really very sick, you know. She really does need a doctor.
I know, the doctors don't want to know us.
Well, I think I know one who will. Right. So you say there's 10 of you all together, including the little one?
Yeah.
And your dad? When's he coming back?
Don't know.
Well, anyway, I think we can stop that Kevin from taking your allowance. I'll arrange it so that you can collect it.
Could you do that?
Should be easy enough. Of course, you shouldn't really be here at all, you know. By rights, you should be on a proper site. Right. Where's that uncle of yours? Yes, they're down on the Churchtown Road.
With the Donahues?
That's right. I guess that's why we missed them. I'd always assumed that they were part of the Donahue tribe, but no, the name appears to be Collins. Father known as Big Jim. He's gone off to England, and the mother's a far from well woman. The father's brother is supposed to be the responsible adult, but he's got a considerable drink problem, and he isn't parting with any of the money he's receiving. So, most of the weight has fallen on Katie.
How many of them are there?
10 of them, I think.
And they've no relations to look after them?
Well, no, that's the trouble. They appear to be an isolated group. If we're not careful, they could become a real problem family. I had to get the doctor to come and see her. Why don't you come on a proper site and we can look after her?
while.
That's the old story. Having a child every year is an awful thing. I've seen it all before. 10 years married, 10 children. 12 years married, 12 children. There was a woman once in Finglas, 39 years old and 26 children. They're all crippled up, worn out. What is she? 29, 10 children in a lousy diet. What do you expect me to do?
Look, could... Look, Katie, I want to talk to you, sir.
Hi. Hi. Hello, how are you, Jim? How are you doing? Oh? Oh, great. Great. They're all fine. Hi. Oh, the missus. Ah, sure. There's nothing wrong with her. Only a summer cold. Ah, things is very hard here, Jim. Aye, sure. There's no money in the scrap anymore. If you could send us just something to be getting on with, to tide us over. That would be great, Jim. Great. I'll expect it in a couple of days, then. Right. I'll pick it up here. Great, Jim. That's grand. I'll get something for the children. Grand, Jim. Thanks very much. Great. Good luck to you now. Thanks a lot, Jim. Bye.
Morning, Mary.
Morning.
Dull weather for August. No woman belonging to me would ever be caught wearing a rug, I'm telling you. That fella knows no more about a knife and fork than a pig does about a clean shirt. Your daddy should never have gone away.
Sorry, you got to go.
Well, you know me. Easter, I get restless. May Day, I get itchy heels. Sure, if it wasn't for the scrap, I'd be gone about 2 months ago. Hey, where are you, woman? Come on. Good luck, Katie.
Here, Katie girl. There for yourself. The time that you get married. You take good care of them now. You will? Don't let that Kevin get his hands on him. He's a devil for the drink. Look after yourself, girl, huh?
Oh, there's four who share the room, and we work hard for the fry. And getting up late on Sundays, I never get to mass. It's a long, long way from there to here. It's a long, long way from there to here. Oh, it's a long, long way. It gets further day by day. It's a long, long way from there to here. When Friday night comes around and he's only in the fighting, my ma would like a letter home, for I'm too tired for writing. It's a long, long way from there to here. It's a long, long way from there to here. Oh, it's a long, long way. It gets further day by day. It's a long, long way.
She shouldn't be going out begging like she is. She's near her time, and by the look of her, unless she takes some care of herself, she'll end up poorly like your mother.
Mother'll be all right.
Sure she will. Your young Jimmy's a bright lad. I bet he misses his dad.
You do?
He shouldn't be on that bridge, you know, at all hours of the night at his age. If you're not careful, he'll end up like that Kevin. There's a school in town for lads like him. Why don't you bring him along? I'm sure he'd benefit from some education. Him such a bright lad and all. Will you bring him along tomorrow? I can have him picked up here if you like. He'll like it, I promise you. There's a lovely sister there who'll look after him, and we can have him back to you here by 4 o'clock. Why don't you come along, too? I know. Your mam and the little ones.
Right, now I'm going to read a story about a king with a very special secret. Have you ever had secrets?
Yeah.
Yes, so you know what it's all about. And I want you to listen, because when I finish the story, I want you to either make a man, like the man in the story, or do a picture of it. Right? Once upon a time in Ireland, there was a king whose name was Labra. This king always wore a hood over his head, and no one ever saw him without it, except one man. And that poor man, because he knew the secret, had to be killed. Have any of you got a special secret?
Yes.
Would somebody like to tell me one? Jimmy, do you have a secret? Don't you have a secret at Christmas time? About things you want Father Christmas to put in your stocking? That's a secret. Try and think of a secret. Who'll tell me a secret? Will you? Quite loudly this time, because I'm quite an old lady. What? A secret. That's lovely. That's a lovely secret. Now only I know your secret.
Jimmy! Where'd you get them from, Jimmy? From the school again, did you? I'm gonna kill you. Told you not to do that, didn't I? Jimmy. I told you not to do it.
Tell you what, Kevin, package for you. From Big Jim.
Send it into the cleaner's light mail.
Do you want me to read the note for you?
Triple vodka. Have a drink yourself.
He's asking after the missus.
Hey, what are you
He
drinking?
says he's going up to Scotland.
Jameson, is it?
Looking for some wool.
Have a Jameson, right. What are you having? Vodka. A vodka. A vodka. 3 pints, 3 Jamesons.
Okay, Ted.
Great. Right, there you are.
What's that? Chicken.
Here. Yes, you must have drank nearly a bottle of it already tonight. What more do you want? Haven't you plenty there? Ah, Katie!
Here's some chicken. Did you get chicken?
You didn't get any.
I don't want it.
Take it, go on.
Here, take a bit of it.
Do you hear from me, Daddy?
I was talking to him during the week.
Where's my money?
Now, he's finding it a bit hard to get to work. He says he can't send any just yet, maybe next month.
Did you tell him about Mammy?
Ah, sure, there's nothing wrong with her.
You think I bastard you?
What do you have? Will you stop it? Here, get out. Will you get out?
You wanted the food.
Here, get out.
No, not ready to go up to the bus. Ready? What many times have you been? Hello, Katie.
There's things you brought out from school.
Thanks, Pet. You're very good to bring them. Keep that.
Thanks.
So, we're going up to class? Off we go.
Do you know if I could make a phone call to my daddy in England?
Your daddy?
Yeah, Big Jim.
Ah, you're Big Jim's girl, are you?
Yeah.
Sit down, sit down.
You wouldn't try to get him for me because Mommy's very sick.
Ah, well, now that's a bit of a problem. You see, the phones are on strike.
Do you write a letter to him?
Ah, well, you see, it's the phones and the post. Anyway, I don't know where we'd find him. The last I heard, he was somewhere in Scotland. Tell you what, I'll ask some of the boys if they're going over and try and get a message to him that way. Would you like a little drop of orange? Right.
I think he might be their widow's son, don't you? Because his ears aren't all that big.
How about your dad?
He knew I was sick, Mummy, as he come home.
Is there nobody back in Galway we could get to come and help you?
Only Big Mammy.
Who's Big Mummy?
Daddy's Mammy.
And why won't she come?
She'll have nothing to do with me, Mammy.
Hmm. Look, I'll see if we can get someone to go and find your dad, okay?
Hey! Hey! Hey, you! You! Hey, hang on a minute. You're from the corporation, aren't you?
Not exactly.
Responsible for these people.
We try.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do about it?
And what do you suggest?
Get rid of them. Now, I don't care where to, but get rid of them. Now, we're not paying heavy mortgages to have rubber smoke coming through our windows, drunks screaming in the middle of the night, and the blasted women forever on the door. Now, it's time you tinker lovers spared a thought for those of us that pays our taxes. Your wages as well, I expect.
Now, you're the Mr. Riley who keeps calling about the value of your property.
Yeah, you're damn right I am. And I'll keep on calling till you get that lot shifted out of here and back to where they belong.
And where would you suggest that might be, Mr. Riley?
Any place where the filth and stinking rubbish is kept away from ruining the lives and health of clean living folk.
Look, I appreciate your concern, but our policy is to place people higher than property.
Hey, don't adopt that superior attitude with me, sonny. Now, you listen to me, do you hear? Do you hear me? They're animals, do you hear? They're all animals. The children should be taken away, and the men should be bloody well sterilised now. Do you hear me? You bastard!
All the same, Sean, something's got to be done. That fellow Riley is chairman of the Residents' Association, and you have to admit he does have a point. And I'm afraid your attitude to him hasn't helped matters. Apart from which, the corporation is very eager to seal off that site.
You'll have to move them onto a proper site, where we can look after them.
I'm trying, for God's sake.
Kevin Collins.
That's right. What of it?
I just come over from Glasgow. Can I have a word with you? Big Jim asked me to give you that. Oh, and he said to phone him at that number there.
Great. Thanks. You have a drink?
Yeah.
Well, chap.
Well, chap.
How are you doing?
Not too bad. Yourself?
I was looking at the old truck there.
Cheers, sir.
What are you looking for?
£100.
What?
£100.
Ah, you wouldn't get £100 for that. You're
yes,
joking me.
I'm not
But
joking.
why with that, sure? It's falling apart.
Huh? Actually, you wouldn't mind about that.
There's not even good tyres on it or nothing.
I tell you one thing about it. There's a good engine and gearbox in it, and everything's
Is
perfect.
there?
There is surely, yeah.
£100, you think?
£100, yeah.
I wouldn't give you. I'd give you 60 for it.
Ah, yes. You wouldn't get a pack of sweets for 60.
Ah, go on with that. Sure, £60. You're doing a good deal now on £60.
Yes, no way.
Ah?
No way.
Well, what do you reckon yourself?
75.
Ah, I'll give you 65.
No way.
Huh?
No way. No.
Make it 65 and we'll slap on
No
that.
chance.
myself.
Well, I find it's good enough.
Large vodka and a glass of stout, sir. A large vodka and a glass of stout, please.
Come on now, please. Come on. Come on. We don't serve you people in here.
Why not?
Don't make trouble. Come on now, just leave.
It's a free country. I'll drink where I like. I have money.
Well, you're not going to spend it in here.
Why not?
You know very well why not.
I'm as good as the rest of them. I'm a scrap merchant.
A scrap merchant? I see. Well, would you mind reading me a bit of your newspaper, then? I'll get you for this, you tinker bastard!
Please, Kevin.
Come on.
I want to have my
Look,
child
I've
here.
no time
No,
to
please, wait. Oh, I want to have my child
Kevin's
here.
leaving. He's taking my man. He's going away.
I won't go. I won't. I need Katie.
Get in.
No way. Kevin. I won't go. Kevin.
Now, I told you! You mind your own business, Katie, do you hear me? You keep out of this, it's got nothing to do with you! Come on, woman, get in! The police will be here any minute.
It's all right, please. I have to go with my man.
Will you come on, woman?
I'll tell Big Jim and you.
Tell him we'll be in Galway.
Right, we'll take a look in here. Do you know where he's gone, missus? You'd best tell us. It's grievous bodily harm we're talking about. We can take you for an accessory.
Leave her alone.
You'll be off this site anyway. The corporation will be here with the bulldozer soon. We'll have you off. Ah, come on, George. Bloody tinker.
If you ask me, his leaving's the best thing that could have happened to her.
And that's all very well, but we can't leave them there on their own. They should be in care.
No, I will not have that.
No luck with finding the father, I suppose.
Let's take them out.
Excuse me, sister. This is Katie Collins. Her mother's just coming in to go. Can we see Mrs.
No, I'm
Collins?
sorry. She can't come in.
But surely she can see her for a few minutes.
I'm sorry. She can't see her mother. She's far too sick.
But look, we've come a long way, and it'll only take a few seconds just to see her.
I'm sorry. You'd better take these clothes home and have them washed.
Can you take those?
Thank you, sister.
Look, sister, I'm a social worker, and I'll make sure that she leaves after a minute or two. I'll take responsibility for her.
I understand, but I'm very sorry.
Okay, Katie, come on.
Dust you are, and unto dust you shall return. But the Lord will raise you up on the last day. Listen to our prayers for our sister, as she always desired to do your will. So in your mercy, forgive whatever wrong she may have done. By our Christian faith, she was united with all your believing people. Now in love and mercy, give her a place with your angels and saints. We ask this through Christ our Lord.
I couldn't understand them. Please and say your prayers.
That march as the law will keep down. Did the band play the last balls in chorus? And did the pipes play the flowers of the fall?
I'm sorry we couldn't find your dad in time for the funeral, but I'm sure he'll be home soon. You do understand. We had to bury her. Now look, you can't stay on that roadside any longer. I've got this nice place for you on the site. Jimmy can go to a proper school. You can all go to a proper school. Be properly looked after. You'd like that, wouldn't you, Katie? You'd like some proper help with your reading?
Big Mummy should have come.
I won't be a minute now. Well, that's all settled then. That's it then, gentlemen. They move in tomorrow and start school on Monday.
What about the father? Must be the best part of a year now.
We're still trying to find him, though in some ways I think it might be best if he never came back.
It's a long name that has no turn.
I'm not going to that place.
Where are we going?
We're going to Galway to Big Mammy.
Unit 23 here, we have a problem at Glencree. Some itinerants have started a fire.
Katie. Why did you burn the trailer?
That was my daddy's bush.
But you can't walk all the way to Galway. We're not even sure where Big Mammy is. Come on to a proper site where I can look after you.
I'm not going to that place.
You don't have to. I found you somewhere else. You'd like it, I promise.
I'm not going to that place.
Look, I have no choice. You can't walk to Galway. If you won't come, they put you all in orphanages. Girls in one, boys in another. Trust me. Please. Okay? Come on.
Okay, everybody, all aboard.
Right, come on, Katie. Come on, folks. Here you are. Have a look at your new home. What do you think, eh? Come on, Jimmy, good lad yourself. Dump all those in there and I'll get back on these days. Right, have a good poke around. Right? Yeah. Good. Now, there's your new house. We can all go home.
Have a good look around at the taps there. Try everything.
There you are.
An Old Woman of the Roads by Cullen. Oh, to have a little house, to own the hearth and stool and all, the heaped up sods upon the fire, the pile of turf against the wall, to have a clock with weights and chains and pendulums swinging up and down, a dresser filled with shining delf, speckled and white and blue and brown. I could be busy all the day, clearing and sweeping hearth and floor, and fixing on my shelf again my white and blue and speckled store. I could be quiet there at night, beside the fire and by myself, sure of a bed and loath to leave my ticking clock and shining delf. Och, but I'm weary of mist and dark, and roads where there's never a house or bush, and tired I am of bog and road, and a crying wind and the lonesome hush. And I am praying to God on high, and I am praying him night and day for a little house, a house of my own, out of the winds and the rain's way.
Rush over there. Sweep the dirt down the other side. Then tap with an hand.
Tell me the story we heard about the man in the gospel who spoiled love. Let me see all the hands going up. Right, Sally. What was his name?
Zacchaeus.
Good girl. Katie, can you tell me what kind of a man Zacchaeus was?
Me.
Good girl. Did Jesus like people like that?
No.
Do we ever spoil love?
Yes, sister.
Who'll tell me how we spoil love?
By fighting.
Hands up now. I can only ask people who put their hands up. What about Michael down there? Can you think of a way that we spoil love? No way at all.
Sister.
Did you ever have a fight, Michael? Do you think that would be spoiling love? No. And what does this read along here?
I was not kind to others.
I did. I only heard one person answering there.
I was not kind to others.
Hands up. Can you tell me some of the ways in which you weren't kind to others?
By not sharing.
Now when I say hands up, I want to ask you then. I want to see all the hands up first. There are lots of ways.
Turn your back.
Sally?
By turn your back and saying you don't want to cause.
Good girl. Jimmy, can you think of a way you might not be kind to others? No, we'll wait for Jimmy. I'm sure Jimmy can think of a way now. Give him time. Jimmy, can you think of some way?
By riding a bike.
Well, everybody will have different ways, and we all think of our own ways, and then we tell Jesus we're sorry for them. Why should we go to Mass on Sundays, Katie?
When's your birthday, then?
I don't know.
You haven't any idea at all?
No.
I think it's this week. Don't you?
I don't know.
Oh, no, I think it is. Maybe we could make it this week for you, could we? You think we could?
I don't mind. Mummy's dead.
I know. Come on. Oh, it's all settled, I'm telling you. Travelling people's meant to travel. It's no good at all across the other side. Up at that crack work all day. At the end of the week, there's nothing at all left for yourself. Oh, they let you into the pubs, all right, no problem. Be full of black men, though. How you like it in Galway? See Kevin and the baby, and hey, there's a lad there, a cousin of a fella I met in Liverpool. Very good with his hands, I'm told, and a nice fella by all accounts. You and him will get on fine. You won't know it before you're having little babies of your own. Now come on before we get supper.
Oh, come by the hills to the land where fancy is free, and stand where the peaks meet the sky and the logs meet the sea, where the rivers run clear and the Broughton is gold in the sun. But cares of tomorrow can wait till this day is done. Oh, come by the hills to the land where life is a song, and sing while the birds fill the air with their joy all day long. The trees sway in time, and even the wind sings in tune. But cares of tomorrow can wait till this day is done. So come by the hills to the land where fancy is free, and stand where the peaks meet the sky and the logs meet the sea, where the rivers run clear and the Broughton is gold in the sun. But cares of tomorrow can wait till this day is done.